ladies and gentlemen, the Space Cowboy, Jason Jones.
In a elevator going up, 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 up. Smoke clouds going up, 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 up. Instead of down, we going up, 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 up. Now we about to level up, 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 up. Going up, up, up. Like an astronaut, lucid paradox winning, that's the master plot. Instead of stir, I hope you know we about to splash the pot. Shake the ground until you feel the aftershock. Whoa, yeah, think you ready now? Think you taking Mike Myers, Jason and Freddy down? Haters talking cause they love to keep fighting petty rounds. We're about to shut it down, so look, now we're going up, to the top floor. Bars going over heads like garage doors. Starting ruckus, but we're always about to cause more. We collecting the body count like the Vietnam War. In the Concord, counting up the raw score. Only reason you don't want the best is cause it costs more. I'm a sophomore, you're a freshman. I'm an encore, you're a
The Space Cowboy Jason Jones. This is SlapFIGHT Championships Titans Clash.
For the past several years, a group of dedicated American slap fighters have been developing a new extreme sport in undisclosed locations across the Midwest. Most athletic commissions in the U.S. don't recognize this new sport, so the fighters have been competing underground. Still, the fan base for our sport has grown. We are now an international sensation. Our fighters don't compete for glory. They are here to test themselves. This is not a sport for the weak. This is SlapFIGHT.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SlapFIGHT Championship Titans Clash. My name is JT Tilley, and I'll be your host for the next few hours as we showcase for you the absolute best in American slap fighting. 5 of the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters on the planet will be on this card tonight for you, the fans. In a few moments, I'll be joined for the undercard by my co-host, Jason Burgos. But first, let's take a look at the main card.
Starting off tonight's main card will be Florida football sensation The Crow, all the way from Miami, Florida, facing off against the SlapFIGHT People's Champion, Frank the Tank from Mexico, Missouri. The Crow versus Frank the Tank ought to provide fireworks for the fans, but it is just the leadoff to an entire main card full of heavyweight fights. The second fight on our main card, Young James, the former middleweight and light heavyweight champion from Harrison, Arkansas, facing off against current middleweight champion, Coach Killa. Coach Killa from Mark Tree, Arkansas. These two know each other well. They are Arkansas natives and friends, and this ought to make for an interesting dynamic tonight at the Barrel. In third position, Italian Massacre from Burlington, Vermont. This is a bodybuilder coming all the way down from Vermont to prove his worth at the Barrel. Baby Ray, a 16-year professional fighter from Rogersville, Tennessee, will engage with Italian Massacre in a battle of strength versus technique. In our co-main event, Hardcore Hillbilly from Wrong Turn, West Virginia, challenges Solid Slug from Atlanta, Georgia. Solid Slug is the super heavyweight champion at SlapFIGHT and currently ranked number 6 in the world. If the Hardcore Hillbilly can use his special brand of toughness, he just might be able to defeat Solid Slug and steal the championship tonight in our co-main event. And of course, our main event this evening, Wolverine, the most popular American slap fighter, number 2 in the world pound for pound from Mountain Home, Arkansas, faces off against number 4 pound for pound heavyweight king, Darius the Destroyer, the SlapFIGHT heavyweight champion since SlapFIGHT 1. This man has 14 wins at the Barrel, Wolverine with 9, and Wolverine has only been beaten twice in his career, both times by Darius the Destroyer. This will be a fantastic main event, the most requested fight in the history of slap fighting. But first, to lead off our undercard, 2 superfans agreed to meet at the Barrel at a heavyweight catchweight. Our good friend Ricky, the Bayou Bastard from Terrytown, Louisiana, faces off against Big Gulp from Springfield, Missouri. In addition to playing arena football, Big Gulp is no stranger to combat sports. A retired MMA fighter and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, he jumped at the chance to be featured in our first ever Superfan Showdown. The Bayou Bastard made his first impression on SlapFIGHT fans when he was selected to compete in the Adrenaline tournament as a superfan. Due to extenuating circumstances, Ricky found himself in the semifinals against Lead Belt Chapman in one of the weirdest fights in slap fighting history. Ricky walked away with a win based on technicality, and now he's returned to prove to the world that his victory was not a fluke.
Your first contestant on the Superfan Showdown. He weighs in at 247 pounds. From Springfield, Missouri, Big Gulp!
Yesterday, the day when I felt the wave, I knew that my life wouldn't be the same. That's when I felt the rage, I'm addicted to that sight, cause when I write, I'm never switching lanes, you can run but you can't hide, cause when that vibe hit you, it's here to stay. The difference with you and I is you know some killers and I know some spirits, they hit you with something to what you meant to you, have no idea what you just got into. Yeah, you should be afraid, cause the ones from the outside, they're coming to get you, they looking for bodies, it's time to get into, they roaming their body to walk with the people. You can take a look at you.
Opponent. He weighed in tonight at 218 pounds from Terrytown, Louisiana. We call him the Superfan Ricky. You know him as the Bayou Bastard.
Wind, I told you, got no brakes, Mendoza, but that's Mighty Ducks for you slow ones, and I shut it down when I come around them, unload the rounds in my mouthpiece, and go get clowns that don't notice how they lost focus, now the game found me. I'm invincible when I'm on the mic, and my principle is don't kill my vibe, the Da Vinci Code, let your centerfold go surrender over your life, if you think that you really stand a chance, man, feet up, handstand, sleeping on me, no Sandman, but I'm only rolling up Afghan, my pedal down to the floorboard, got ammunition, no warlord, so high up like North Shore, we stay ahead on that scoreboard, I'm alive for the next real big shot. What you got that is not real hip-hop. Guaranteed that you're gonna get pissed off on my drop line. We ain't never gonna stop. Better go get up on my level if you're ready or you're not. See, I'm something like a rebel. We ain't never gonna stop.
All right, friends, I'm being joined by my co-host and good friend, MixedMartialArts.com managing editor, Jason Burgos. And Jason, can you believe how popular Ricky has become with the fans?
Just the almost the champions of the fans, a representative of the fans. I mean, just a beloved figure who's out to prove a lot in this second go around here in SlapFIGHT Championship. I'm excited to see what he can do, especially.
Me too, man. He's got a lot to prove. Yeah, I agree with you, man. He really does have a lot to prove.
And look at the coin flip right there. Oh, Big Gulp's got this. Gonna get the first slap, and an important element getting that first slap in the opening slap of the spot.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, nice.
Solid opening, solid shot by Big Gulp. I mean, we can't forget, he's making his debut too. There's got to be a little bit of nerves. There's got to be a little bit of anxiousness in trying to impress people as well, thinking he should be able to beat Ricky. But let's see what Ricky's got.
Yeah, maybe so. He's actually a big fan as well, so there's probably a lot of internal pressure.
Oh!
Wow!
The look.
Wow, he rocked him. Take a look at that, Jason. He rocked him with that first slap.
The look in Big Gulp's eye, it's like, I just stepped into SlapFIGHT Championship, now I'm really here. Holy moly, I gotta do this again? Oh my goodness.
I tell you, Jason, I've seen Big Gulp competing in the cage on multiple occasions. He is a tough guy. He's also a good-sized guy. He's probably 20, 30 pounds heavier than Ricky. So these are some real slaps here. He knows how to punch. He knows how to slap. Oh, another big one.
Strong.
Those are meat hooks.
Yes, I mean, you know, like I said, he looked like he just got woken up. Ricky might have woken up a beast. We're going to see, because that was a nasty second slap from Big Gulp.
Okay, here's Ricky with the wind-up.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Hey, we got the stanky leg on that one.
We've got the newborn giraffe a little bit. Big Gulp is... what?
It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by TKO in round 2, it's Ricky. Wow.
Props, Ricky. Ricky doing it for the fans. Take it to the... What a second performance. This is unbelievable. This is how you open up SlapFIGHT Championship pay-per-view with Ricky, the rep of the fan, doing it all.
Now look at these slaps. Real clean, nice, lots of power, good distribution. You know, the last time we saw Ricky, Jason, there were a lot of penalties, and tonight Ricky looked fundamentally sound. Fantastic.
Just another person. This is not the same. We're going to call him Ricardo or something, because this isn't Ricky. This isn't the Ricky we know. This is a whole nother guy, and I love it. That's what I'm talking about, Bayou Bastard. Nasty man in the opening
fight. Look at that technique. Another big win for Ricky. Fantastic job, Ricky. I think everybody's proud of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Superfan Showdown, the Bayou.
All right, guys, let's take a look at the Trilla VFX fight replay.
Jones, and I am standing with you live right here, the winner of the Superfan Showdown. We know you as Ricky, but they call you the Bayou Bastard. What was it like taking on the newcomer, Big Gulp?
God, he hits hard. I'll tell you that much. That I really felt the extra weight, but praise on the man. He came in here, took the shots like a real man, and I understand that it ain't for everybody. That shit hurts.
Well, that's tough hurt. You got it. What's it like being a celebrity now in Terrytown, Louisiana? Are people looking at you different, knowing that you're a viral sensation on SlapFIGHT Championship?
Honestly, I'm the most awkward man you'll ever meet, so it's very weird just having people come up to me and say, "Hey, I saw you on the internet." How do I respond to that? I have no clue.
No arguments. He is the most awkward man I've ever met right here on SlapFIGHT Championship. Stay tuned.
It's impossible to trace the history of this obscure martial art featuring open hand slaps and palm strikes any further back than 1980, when it was given the name Shimudo. Berserk trained under a master instructor in Seoul, Korea, until an aggressive flood destroyed the dojo during COVID lockdown, leaving Berserked as the last known Shimudo practitioner. He has traveled to SlapFIGHT to prove that his fighting style is effective. Last night at the SlapFIGHT weigh-ins, the Missouri-based mixed martial artist hit the scales at 173 pounds. His opponent, New York-based Shimudo practitioner Berserked, hit the scales at a ready 162 pounds, which makes this the first ever lightweight bout in the history of SlapFIGHT Championship. Now let's go back to the dressing room and take a look at Berserk. One of the things you'll notice about Berserk is that he has an unconventional Shimudo style. I've not experienced it before. To my knowledge, it has not been tested, and I will tell you that tonight is the night. It will be tested.
The following contest is a lightweight fight scheduled for 10 rounds. Introducing first, weighing in at 173 pounds, from Branson, Missouri, the Guardian! And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 162 pounds, from New York, Berserk!
All right, folks, let's take a look at the rules of slap fight. First off, no clubbing. All competitors must land their strikes with an open hand. The heel of the hand may make contact but cannot extend past the chin. Next, no stepping. Feet must be planted shoulder width apart, and there can be no pivoting or stepping when striking. And finally, no flinching. Small reactions are allowed, but any movement that affects the power of the strike is a foul.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with our very first lightweight contest at SlapFIGHT Championship. On the left, we have the Guardian, and on our right, Berserk. And while we were away, Berserk did win the coin toss, so he will slap first.
I'm fascinated to see what Berserk's like.
Whoa! Okay. All right.
Hello, SlapFIGHT Nation. Berserk is in the house.
I may stand corrected here. He absolutely rocked the Guardian with that tiny little slap. That is amazing. Now the Guardian's going to return the favor here, Jason. 2, 3. In round one.
Guardian, hello to SlapFIGHT Nation from the Guardian. The Guardian here debuting in a big, I don't know if there's ever been a better first slap. Damn.
Wow. I would have to say I am surprised. Berserk was right back to his feet, right back to the barrel, and here he is at the top of round 2. Okay.
Not as and a warning too. Not bad. Lead belt all over. I'm loving the ref work from Lead belt too.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go with round 3. Oh my gosh. Smacked him in the eye. That's a nice little shot there. The Guardian really does have some nice technique here and quite a bit of power. But let's also, a lot can be said here. This could become a battle of attrition. And Berserk is taking these shots, Jason. He is returning every time.
That's true. I mean, this is a hell of a debut for Guardian. I'm impressed. Where did this man come from?
Hey, look at this. Look at this.
Oh, what?
Oh, no.
Is that even legal, JT? What am I saying here? What was that?
Okay, so Berserk hit me up a couple of weeks ago asking what the rules were about switching hands during the match. And you cannot switch hands. But the rule says nothing about switching sides of the face. Huh. Here we go with round 4. Oh, another big shot. Oh, no, another warning.
Man, all right.
Okay, stepping, that means that the Guardian, he's an MMA fighter. And so watch his right foot. Yep, there you have it. He threw, basically, that was a right hook. And you cannot throw a punch.
Oof, a little high, way too high on that one.
That's,
yeah,
it looks like we're having that common case of new fighter not quite understanding the rule set just yet.
Yep, we're seeing that inexperience from both men. Both men are feeling the pressure, being on the pay-per-view, trying to impress, and things are getting a little bit away from each other here.
Yeah, exactly. And here we go again. We're going to go back to the first technique with Berserk.
Another high.
Sometimes you see that, Jason, where a guy gets knocked down and his power is diminished as a result. And I think that may be what happened with that knockdown in round 1.
And while...
Oh, my gosh. Another huge shot from the Guardian. This is almost hard to watch at times.
And I mean, the game face of the Guardian is just, it's scaring me. He's a scary man. But you know what? Berserk doesn't look scared. Berserk isn't falling for the game face here.
Berserk has absolutely won my respect here just from standing up from that knockdown. But here we are 6 rounds deep, and Berserk is here bleeding from the cheek and still competing.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Kudos to Berserk, but he is struggling here. His technique is not necessarily working for him. I doubt we're going to see him abandon it. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
while the Guardian is building a house inside Berserk's cheeks.
Yes.
Holy smokes.
Yes. I mean, I can't blame Berserk for having some effects from getting knocked down to open this first debut. It's tough. It's a tough thing to bounce back from. But you know what? He's showing some serious toughness, and I will give him more than that. He's earned my respect 1,000-fold. And for the folks watching at home, if you're not impressed by this, you don't know what you want.
1, 2.
Here we go with round 7. And another bomb by the Guardian. Oh my gosh. Now, the original opponent for Berserk was scheduled to be Archaic Death, but Archaic Death was in a car accident, and we called the Guardian and asked him if he wanted to compete, and he jumped at the chance.
Wow.
And I guess maybe he was a little bit more prepared than what we thought. Okay, not bad, but again, just like you said before, I think maybe that shot took just a little bit of his power away. Look at his face, Jason. Look at his cheek. Oh my gosh.
And he will not be deterred. Berserk is not taking a walk around. He's not taking a break. He's just going right back into this. Is guts. This is high-level guts, people.
Yeah, absolutely it is. I don't know that I've seen a lot of damage like that to the cheek before without a break. And again, there was another solid shot by Berserk, but it just isn't going to come across quite as dramatically when you have a big red handprint on the side of your face.
Yes. Yeah. This is where the optics are a major factor in the scoring decision.
Absolutely. Now we had another flinching penalty. Quite a lot of penalties in this match, but kudos to Leadbelt. Oh my God.
Oh. Again,
wow, and another penalty. Here we go again. And now watch the right foot of the Guardian. You see how he pivots that foot? At slap fight, you are not allowed to pivot or step when striking. You are not allowed to punch in a slap fight.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, couldn't get much into that one. I mean, final chance to really make a statement for Berserk, and I mean, hard for days, but just still doesn't have a lot you would want to see offensively right now.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be the last slap of the match. We need a miracle, and we didn't get it. Okay, I think this is probably a pretty clear win here. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, that's going to be the match, Jason, and in my mind, that's a pretty clear win for the Guardian. What do you say?
Impressive debut. Yeah, he made his mistakes. He had some rough patches, but he's inexperienced. He's a first-timer. Outstanding performance.
Now, the replays, it's nice to see the replay, but one thing that I do want to keep in mind here is that Berserk just took 10 slaps from a mixed martial artist, and last night at the weigh-in, he mentioned to one of the staff that he hadn't been hit very many times in his life. This is something new to him. So I want to just give him a real big vote of confidence. If he decides that he wants to return to SlapFIGHT Championship, we will definitely bring him back. This kid is tough, and with a little bit of work, he could be a contender.
A fantastic 10-round lightweight contest we just faced. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by judges' decision, the Guardian. The Guardian with a 10-round judge's decision. I have to say that probably the penalties from Berserk is what won you the fight. What do you have to say?
Absolutely.
It was a very unique striking style. Were you ready for that when you came into the contest today?
No, I had no idea what his style was. I've never even seen it nor heard of it, but it was very, very unique.
Well, that Shimuto style was very, very unique. We weren't expecting it, so everybody was caught off guard when he debuted that. He hits pretty hard.
Oh, absolutely.
But listen, you went 10 rounds. You guys did absolutely phenomenal. Lightweight contest winner. Give it up once again for the Guardian.
All right, guys, let's take a look at the Trilla VFX fight replay.
What a fantastic undercard. Congratulations to Ricky, the Bayou Bastard, and the Guardian for fantastic performances. But now it's time for the main card. Starting off with our good friend, Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank won the People's Championship earlier this year, and he's returned tonight to face what might be his greatest test yet. Florida football sensation, the Crow. Without any further ado, let's take it over to the Space Cowboy, Jason Jones.
Last night at the Slap Fight weigh-in, Frank tipped the scales at a ready 251 pounds, having lost 49 pounds in his cut from super heavyweight. His opponent, the Crow, came in at a lean 224 pounds, and I'm telling you, this is a premium athlete. He's got a height advantage. He's got a reach advantage. He's probably got a speed advantage. This is going to be a real test for Frank. But Frank the Tank is an actual tank. And after some tough losses last year, he's become a student of the slap game. He has cut all the way from super heavyweight to this new weight class, and this is where he hopes to become a factor.
Your next contest is scheduled for 10 rounds and is a heavyweight showdown. Introducing first, newcomer weighing in at 224 pounds. From Palm Beach County, the way of Citrus County, Florida, please welcome the Crow!
Yeah. You think you're gonna beat me, then you're wrong. I swear y'all must be smoking something hella strong. If you think it's gonna change up when you're gone, man, I'll be staying on my grind like LeBron. 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 Yeah, staying on my grind like LeBron. 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 Yeah, staying on my grind like LeBron.
How you say you ballin' with no house? Got that money tax they coming out.
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. There's the Crow coming to the competition area. Very excited to have the Crow at Slap Fight Championship. This guy has a great energy overall. He's a fantastic athlete, and we can't wait to see how he performs tonight.
And his opponent weighing in at 251 pounds from Fulton, Missouri, Frank the Tank!
Yeah, mirror, mirror on the wall. Tell me who the dopest of them all. Burning in inferno with the chosen ones. We come from a valley, you call kingdom come. Yeah, mirror, mirror on the wall. Tell me who the dopest of them all. Burning in inferno with the chosen ones. We come from a valley, you call kingdom come. Yeah.
I might jack with the spin moves. I uppercut you with a Ginsu. I'm Rick James with the backhand and Luke Kane with the kick moves. Denzel, I'm unstoppable. Beating me is impossible. These dudes hang with naked rats, so I call them unstoppable. See, I can never fall off. Even if I fell off, I would just fall off on top what I just fell off. Matter of fact, when I fall off, I wish you well. This me and I wish you well. With my God.
All right, folks, let's take a look at the rules of Slap Fight. First off, no clubbing. All competitors must land their strikes with an open hand. The heel of the hand may make contact but cannot extend past the chin. Next, no stepping. Feet must be planted shoulder width apart, and there can be no pivoting or stepping when striking. And finally, no flinching. Small reactions are allowed, but any movement that affects the power of the strike is a foul. All right, fight fans, here we are with the first fight of our main card. We've got Frank the Tank versus the Crow.
Tails it is.
And it looks like the Crow has won the coin toss, and he will slap first. We're going to find out what the Crow has to offer right now. Here's your windup. He's a little far from the barrel. Little bit disappointing. I feel like maybe he might have rushed that just a little bit. Hopefully he can improve on that technique as we go. And Frank's going to check his placement here. Here's your windup.
1, 2, 3.
Oh! The Crow goes down in round 1, and we have a knockout, ladies and gentlemen. Holy smokes. We're going to take just a second here and make sure the Crow is okay. Frank takes a knee. The Crow does have his eyes open, and he looks to be responsive here. My goodness. That was an absolutely brutal knockout by Frank. Just want to make sure the Crow's okay here. Wow. That's 2 knockouts in a row for Frank the Tank. He has really recreated himself at heavyweight. Let's take a look at the replay here. Look at Frank checking his placement. Look at the precision. Unbelievable slap by Frank the Tank. Wow. Again, fantastic speed, fantastic precision. That's how you get knockouts. It's not about how strong you are. It's not about how much you can bench press. It's about speed and velocity. And look at that. Absolutely fantastic, Frank. Good job. And we just want to make sure. Okay, look here. It looks like the Crow's going to make his way over to the medical area, and we'll make sure that he's okay. But Frank the Tank, ladies and gentlemen, with another big, big knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner with a first-round knockout, Frank the Tank! Frank, you took on newcomer the Crow from Florida. 1-round knockout, just another notch in the belt, so to speak, for Frank the Tank. Where do we go from here in the Slap Fight Championship?
More fights to come.
More fights to come. You heard it from Frank the Tank. The 1-round knockout sensation.
All right, fight fans, let's take a look at the Trilla VFX fight replay. Young James ruled the light heavyweight ranks as champion from Slap Fight 1 until Slap Fight 4, where he lost his title to top-ranked Wolverine. He then retired to pursue music until returning at Slap Fight 8, where he went 14 rounds with the champion. Young James failed to regain his title that night, but he won the respect of the fans by showing he has the heart of a lion and an unshakable will. The Arkansas native is known to be a clean fighter, committing very few fouls, which can definitely be a factor in a limited round matchup like this. Coach Killa has recreated his image recently with a string of quick knockouts and an undisputed middleweight title. This fight is at light heavyweight, however, where Coach Killa has yet to bring home a win. He did manage to last 9 rounds with Wolverine, so this fight has all the makings to be fight of the night. In a 10-round fight between 2 fighters known for having strong chins, penalties could prove to be a factor. Don't flinch, Coach Killa. And of course, last night they stepped on the scale at the weigh-in. Young James at 250 pounds, Coach Killa 227. Now, these are both Arkansas fighters. They've known each other for a very long time. In fact, they used to fight as MMA fighters on the same cards as amateurs. So this is a friend versus friend fight, which creates an interesting dynamic. Young James warming up backstage. He's been in the game a long time. He made his debut at Slap Fight 1. He's competed at middleweight, light heavyweight, and now heavyweight. And of course, Coach Killa, the reigning middleweight champion and the knockout king of 2021 with knockouts over Chris Dodson, Big Mac, and Achilles. I'm excited about this fight.
contest scheduled for 10 rounds. Introducing first, he's a former middleweight champion. Weighed in at 250 pounds from Harrison, Arkansas, Young James.
Feeling like I'm falling out the sky, trying to fly. I just need a breeze, gotta find success before I die. I think it's time to leave. Every time I try, they won't comply, and that's just fine with me. I don't give a damn who they are or what they trying to be. Whoa, yeah, that's right. Whoa, yeah, that's right. Whoa, yeah, that's right. Whoa, yeah, that's right. Rolling sticky, smoking sour, no comprehendo, like every hour. When we winning, these haters scour. I am higher than the Seeger's Tower. Riders full of ganja, get you lit like every puff. Gone in outer space, no gravity, I'm lit as smoke before a show because I know it gives me luck. And at the after party, I be on the couch, you know I'm stuck. 5 deep, smoke trails, everybody faded. Got some sour diesel mixed with skywalking, rapping, saving. Now my eyes are on the vision. I've been dropping, dropping, raising up the time I think, oh yeah. Cause I'm twisted off the blazing, yeah, I'm sky high.
And introducing his opponent, he weighed in at 227 pounds from Martree, Arkansas. He's the current and reigning middleweight champion, Coach Killa!
Yeah, nobody said it, don't make no mistakes. See, we're all just humans, so I know that you relate. Stuck inside my thoughts, feeling like there is no escape. Whether right or wrong, I say to each your own. When anxiety attacks without no breaks, and the paranoia just distorted real from fake. Horrors lead to panic when the fear is in your face. Stuck inside my home, feeling all alone.
All alone when the voices come, talk to me like what is up. I don't know, just rampant stuff, but anxiety makes it hard to really write what I wanna say. Can't find the words to put on the page. The pain surrounds me every day. Yeah, I'm just a rat inside the cage. Locked up, throw away the key. Who really cares about what I need? All I need is some good tree, but that still backfires on me. What do I do when I fall through to the pit of hell? Can I call you? I need help, that's so true, but most of us just you. Don't tell me I'm
Your official for this contest, Q Davidson.
All right, fans, this is a fight that many people said could have very easily have been the main event. Coach Killa versus Young James. I'm excited to see how this goes down. Our lead official tonight, Q Davidson, with the coin toss.
Yes, it is.
And it goes to Young James. He will strike first. All right, folks, let's take a look at the rules of slap fight. First off, no clubbing. All competitors must land their strikes with an open hand. The heel of the hand may make contact but cannot extend past the chin. Next, no stepping. Feet must be planted shoulder width apart, and there can be no pivoting or stepping when striking. And finally, no flinching. Small reactions are allowed, but any movement that affects the power of the strike is a foul. Here we go with the top of round 1. Young James checks his placement here. And here's your windup.
2, 3.
Good shot by Young James. Looks like he might have hurt his rib there on the left side. Grabbed a hold of it right after the slap and then immediately let go and walked away. So I'm not so sure that he wants everybody to see that. But there was definitely something with the ribs there on the left side. Coach Killa's right back up to the barrel here. Bottom of round 1. Okay, and that's what you can expect from Coach Killa right there. Fantastic power, good precision. You can just tell by the sound of the slap what kind of impact he's making. And looks like we're not going to need a break here with Young James. We're going to go right to round 2.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, and another decent slap here. That's the thing about young James. It's not so much the power in his slaps. It's that his hands are the size of catcher's mitts. Okay, no break for Coach Killa. Here we go. Bottom of round 2.
1, 2, 3.
Another solid shot from Coach Killa. That's probably the best shot of the match so far.
Let's go, young James. 40 seconds.
Young James back to the barrel.
1, 2, 3.
All right, another good shot. You can see with Coach Killa, he's trying really hard not to flinch. He's had a problem in some of his recent matches where he's done just a little bit too much flinching, and I can see that he's trying to correct that here tonight.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that was a nice hard shot. Young James feels like that should have been a warning there. I might agree. But again, we're going to keep moving. We're in round 4 now.
1, 2, 3.
You can tell Coach Killa doesn't like the feeling of that catcher's mitt grinding across the side of his face. That's what it feels like when you don't flinch. It's almost like, I don't know, 2-3 more rounds, it's going to feel like he's got road rash in his cheek. Keep in mind, at any moment, Coach Killa has the ability to end this fight.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, now Coach Killa's got an injury here, his right arm. And that is not good. We've seen that in the past. I believe when he fought Wolverine, there was an injury like that took place, a hyperextension of his elbow. And of course, he's trying not to show that as well. We may have the battle of the arm injury and the rib injury if we're not careful here. We're going to go into 5, round 5. Young James with the windup.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa, fantastic. You know, I do believe that young James might have the most clean slaps in the game. Very few penalties, good precision. Coach Killa's waiting at the barrel. Bottom of round 5.
1, 2, 3.
Another great shot by Coach Killa. Holy smokes. A little bit of swelling on the left cheek there of young James. But he's right back at the barrel.
2, 3.
Oh, Coach Killa doesn't like that. He's got a little bit of swelling on the left side of his face as well. Maybe a little bruising too.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, that was a tough shot there. I see Coach Killa glancing back down at that right arm. It might become a problem here. Young James is going to get some cotton here in his ears. All of our contestants wear cotton in their ears to protect their eardrums from rupture. Round 7.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, another good shot. Looks like Coach Killa's going to take a walk here. Okay, I can definitely see some swelling here on the left cheek of both competitors.
1, 2, 3.
Another good shot. Looks like young James turning himself in for flinching here. I'm not so sure I saw that much of a movement, but young James seems to think he flinched. And, of course, the official says no, there's no penalty. The pace has slowed up just a little bit here. It's quite an interesting fight. I'm not quite sure who's winning at this point.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, and another great shot there. Coach Killa has definitely controlled his flinching. It looks like young James is having another rib issue. And Coach Killa's having a road rash issue. But here we go.
1, 2, 3. Let's go!
A lot of mutual respect here. We're nearing the end of this match. I think we're going into the top of round 9 here.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that was a solid shot. Okay, Coach Killa's saying that shot was just a little bit too high. He didn't like that. It looks like his cheek is on fire at this point.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, he returns fire right to the eyeball. The Academy Award for pretending you didn't hit your friend in the eyeball goes to Coach Killa. I guess we'll call that an eye for an eye here.
Here we go. Let's go, Young Jay.
All right, this is going to be the last round.
One more.
Round 10, here's your windup.
2, 3.
Oh, and we've got a flinch from Coach Killa. That's just going to be a warning in round 10. There's not going to be a penalty here, but not bad. 10 rounds, 1 flinch, and a swollen cheek. I think that's probably a pretty good night's work. Here we go into the bottom of round 10. Coach Killa needs a good showing here. And a fantastic shot to end the match. That was absolutely entertaining. What a fantastic match. No idea who the winner is, but good job, boys. Let's take a look at some of these slaps from the beginning of the fight. Young James started off the fight with some pretty good shots. Unfortunately, I think that rib problem on the left side may have made it difficult for him to find full extension on his strikes. Coach Killa had no problem finding full extension on his strikes. He did have a little bit of a problem with flinching at the end of the fight, but he did a great job throughout, and he ended up with a nasty case of swollen cheek and road rash on the left side. Young James took a little bit more blunt force trauma, a little bit of swelling, but all in all, I would say this was a pretty even match. Could even be a draw. I'm glad I'm not one of the judges. This is going to be a difficult task. All in all, fantastic fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by unanimous judges' decision, Young James! Unanimous decision, 10 rounds. That was great. You were the very first slap fight middleweight champion. You faced the current and reigning middleweight champion at a heavyweight mark. Both of you guys agreed upon a heavyweight weigh-in. How hard does Coach Killa hit?
I'm telling you, he can hit like no other.
Woo! That was one of the most enjoyable fights I've ever watched. It did come down to the judges' scorecard, but that one could have went either way.
It really could have. We both went hard. We didn't give up. We kept pushing to the end.
Listen, Young James, you still got more gas left in the tank, and so does Coach Killa. Guys, keep it locked. The Slap Fight Championship.
Congratulations, Young James, on what just might be the upset of the season. Up next, we're scheduled to see a fight between Italian Massacre and Baby Ray. But unfortunately, last night there were a few problems with the pre-fight testing, and the bodybuilder from Vermont will not be joining us tonight. Fortunately for us, we've got Frank the Tank backstage, who hasn't had much action after cutting 50 pounds to compete. So he is now speaking to the doctor and the commission about competing again tonight.
In the meantime, let's take a look at the fighters featured in tonight's co-main event. They don't come any tougher than deathmatch professional wrestler and amateur slap champion Hardcore Hillbilly. This glutton for punishment has a pain tolerance like no one we've seen at the barrel before. He's able to withstand barbed wire, glass, fire, razor blades, and blunt force trauma at a level that makes him a factor. He is also a knockout artist with an undefeated record in slap competition. He's arrived at Slap Fight to stake his claim as a top super heavyweight in the sport of slapping. Solid Slug captured the Super Heavyweight Championship in his first appearance at Slap Fight. And after 2 big knockouts at Slap Fight Juggernaut, he was awarded a number 6 pound-for-pound ranking by the World Slap Fighting Alliance. With all his victories coming within 3 rounds, the Atlanta, Georgia native could prove to have his hands full with a resilient hillbilly on fight night. Let's get it, Solid Slug. Last night at the Slap Fight weigh-ins, the hardcore hillbilly and Solid Slug had to be separated on more than one occasion. These 2 gentlemen cannot wait to come to blows. Solid Slug stepped on the scales at over 300 pounds. The American Super Heavyweight Champion has a reputation for doing tremendous damage, but Hardcore Hillbilly has a reputation for taking tremendous damage. So this could prove to be a battle of attrition. Hardcore Hillbilly backstage warming up. One of the things you'll notice about his technique is that he uses his entire body to swing his arm around, and he's got incredible precision. This should be an interesting fight. Now, right across the hall, you have American Super Heavyweight Champion Solid Slug. Solid Slug trains hard. He does a lot of slap fight specific training, resistance band training. He does weightlifting training. He slaps bricks. He comes to fight.
Your co-main event for Titans Clash is for the Super Heavyweight Championship. It is scheduled for unlimited rounds. Both of these fighters are undefeated and slap fighting champions. Introducing first, he weighed in at 344 pounds from Wrong Turn, West Virginia, the Hardcore Hillbilly.
Feeling like I spent all the money that I earned. I can see all the people acting so concerned. I don't know what is really true. I'm just plotting with the crew, going stir crazy as the world turns. I'm going stir crazy. I'm going stir crazy. I'm going stir crazy. I am unaware of direction when I stop to check the compass. Off the map without no limits, sound the horn and blow the trumpets. I don't wanna see the world deflate, but stocks about to plummet. Cause we're quarantined from life itself, restricted from the summit. Times are changing quicker than my memories can hold them. But I'm focused on the future, why go flush that I ain't folding. Pay attention to the plot, cause they just hope you drink the potion. And I hope they know I go and blow the whistle, Edward Snowden. See, I'm a product of a self-made prophecy, this is my odyssey. We thought about the plan and then we turned up the velocity. We built up a monstrosity, and you will never match it.
And his opponent, he is the current reigning, undefeated and undisputed Slap Fight Super Heavyweight Champion, weighed in tonight at 312 pounds, from Atlanta, GA, Solid Slug!
In your face, in your face, in your face. I'ma slap you in your face. What if I say the face? What it say? What it say? I'ma slap you in your face. Solid slap you in the plate. I'ma slap you in your face.
OJ came up out of nowhere, he the champ now. Slap your soul out your body now, he's a man down. Super heavyweight hashtags on the gram now. Getting paid a bag just to put him straight to bed, wow. Rookie season making history, letting these hands fly. Eating all those little baby slaps for them other guys. Came back, slapped so hard, he remember mines. Took the belt the first day, but they ain't taking mine. Nah.
In your face, in your face, in your face. I'ma slap you in your face. What if I say the face? What it say? What it say? I'ma slap you in your face. Solid slap you in the plate. I'ma slap you in your face. Super heavyweight champion. See me when I'm walking down ramp. They wanna dominate the whole.
All right, folks, let's take a look at the rules of slap fight. First off, no clubbing. All competitors must land their strikes with an open hand. The heel of the hand may make contact but cannot extend past the chin. Next, no stepping. Feet must be planted shoulder width apart, and there can be no pivoting or stepping when striking. And finally, no flinching. Small reactions are allowed, but any movement that affects the power of the strike is a foul. And here we are with our co-main event. We've got the super heavyweight champion Solid Slug versus the hardcore Hillbilly, and I, for one, cannot wait for this fight. Hardcore Hillbilly wins the coin toss. He will slap first. And here we go with the wind-up. Okay, good shot. Good shot to start the match. Solid Slug with some inexplicable anger here. Bottom of round one. Solid Slug with the wind-up.
2, 3.
Oh, my gosh. Fantastic slap to start for Solid Slug. And, of course, the hardcore Hillbilly just eats it. Now, the hardcore Hillbilly, this is one tough SOB. He is going to be difficult to finish for Solid Slug, and this is an unlimited round matchup. This will be a very tricky fight. Hardcore Hillbilly has 60 seconds here. And he's going to return to the barrel for the beginning of round 2.
1, 2, 3. Oh!
Okay, looked like that might have been a club, and yes, the officials have decided to give Hardcore Hillbilly a warning for clubbing. If he clubs again during this match, he will lose a turn.
1,
Solid Slug with the wind-up, round 2.
2, 3. Oh!
Okay, it looks like Solid Slug. Looks like there's a problem here with his right shoulder. But he has also been giving a warning for clubbing and a warning for stepping. That is not good. If he clubs or steps again during this matchup, he will lose a turn. Now, Solid Slug does have an old existing football injury. He's told me about it himself, actually, and I am hopeful for him that he did not just antagonize that injury to his right shoulder. Here we are in round 3 of an unlimited round matchup. That's a dangerous injury, actually, now that I think about it. You're in a matchup with somebody who's known to take tremendous damage, and now you've blown out your weapon. Let's just hope this fight can continue here.
1, 2, 3. Oh!
Okay, now that looked a little bit like a flinch here. I don't think there's going to be a call. I think that's a mistake, actually. That looked like a flinch to me. Solid Slug with the wind-up.
2, 3.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, it looks like the line judge has called a stepping violation on Solid Slug. And so that will be his second stepping violation, and he will lose a turn now. So there will be no round 4 slap for Solid Slug. You can definitely see that right shoulder is giving him some problems here. Now, the hardcore Hillbilly will have 2 slaps. He's going to have his round 4 and his round 5 slap in a row as soon as he returns to the barrel. Okay, not a bad slap. Not a bad slap. He needs to get just a little bit closer to the barrel. Maybe just a little bit more extension.
Hardcore Hillbilly with round 5.
2, 3.
Okay, not bad.
Cotton ball.
Solid Slug a little angry about losing his cotton ball. Luckily, he's got Frank the Tank in his corner. Here's your windup.
2, 3.
Oh my gosh. And again, the Hardcore Hillbilly just eats it. Unbelievable.
45 seconds.
Hardcore Hillbilly really taking advantage of his breaks here. Now he only has 60 seconds to return to the barrel or he will have to forfeit.
Seconds out.
And it looks like he's coming to the barrel now. All right, here we go. Top of round 6.
2, 3.
All right, Solid Slug with a flinching warning. All right, Solid Slug with the windup.
2, 3.
Another fantastic slap. Looks like Solid Slug's having some problems here with that right shoulder. Meanwhile, Hardcore Hillbilly seems to be okay. Solid Slug having a conversation with his corner man. No doubt it's about his shoulder. This would be an absolute tragedy if Solid Slug would lose his title because of a shoulder injury. Hardcore Hillbilly seems to be just fine. Here we are in round 7. Hardcore Hillbilly with his windup.
2, 3.
Okay, not a bad slap. I'll say, to me, it doesn't seem like Hardcore Hillbilly would win this fight by knockout. It seems to me like, again, a battle of attrition where Hardcore Hillbilly can just outlast Solid Slug's right shoulder. Here we go, round 7, Solid Slug.
2, 3.
Okay, and Solid Slug with a big step. Okay, Hardcore Hillbilly's nursing his right hand. Solid Slug's nursing his right shoulder. I wouldn't be surprised if Solid Slug didn't step and take that penalty and draw it on purpose, just to have a rest for his shoulder and maybe to force Hillbilly to use that right hand a couple of times here. I think Solid Slug just noticed that Hardcore Hillbilly's having an issue with that right hand. Absolutely, he has. Now, Solid Slug is a gamer here.
Step up if you want. Step up if you want.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. I think Solid Slug... Oh, okay. Hardcore Hillbilly says, I will always step up when I'm challenged. Oh, man, here we go. Hardcore Hillbilly checks his placement.
1.
Here's the wind-up for round 8.
3.
Nice slap. Doesn't do a lot of damage. That right hand is definitely giving Hardcore Hillbilly some trouble, without a doubt. And Solid Slug can see that. Here we go. Round 9, Hardcore Hillbilly.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, not a bad slap. Solid Slug knows that he's in this fight now. Hardcore Hillbilly's in trouble. Okay, Solid Slug's going to slow down the pace of the fight here for just a second. Okay, we're back to the action. This will be the bottom of round 9.
1,
Solid Slug with the windup.
2, 3.
Oh, and another problem with that right shoulder. Holy smokes. A little bit of strategy from Frank. Hardcore Hillbilly not showing very many signs of wear here. Other than that right hand, he looks to be okay. I don't know if he's thinking of a way out. He doesn't seem like the kind of person that would quit. He seemed like a very aggressive slap fighter at the weigh-ins last night. A little bit of a different side of him here. Let's find out exactly what he's made of. We are in round 10, the beginning of round 10.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, he's in it. Hardcore Hillbilly's back in this game. Solid Slug's warming up that shoulder. I think we're going to find out which one of these guys is going to hold out the longest.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, that might be a problem. That may be a penalty.
Let's go.
Okay, Slug, that was another clubbing violation. You got 2 more slaps from Hardcore.
Okay, that was a penalty. Okay, so the officials are going to give Solid Slug another clubbing penalty. Hardcore Hillbilly will now have his round 11 and round 12 slaps in a row.
Let's go, Hillbilly.
Now, it's important to keep in mind, this is an unlimited round matchup, which means it will not go to the judges' scorecards. So the penalties will not affect the outcome of the fight in that way. Okay, a swing and a miss from Hardcore Hillbilly. This fight has definitely slowed down.
1, 2.
And it just stopped. Okay, we're going to take a mulligan here and start that one over.
2, 3.
Okay, we're right back at it. Now, Hardcore Hillbilly just very well may have a broken wrist or a shattered hand. Solid Slug definitely has something wrong with his right shoulder. We are 12 rounds into an unlimited round matchup for the title. And it's starting to get dangerous for Solid Slug. Oh, and another big step and another shoulder injury here. Okay, doesn't look like there's going to be a penalty here, so we're going to continue forward. Solid Slug's taking a big look at the Hardcore Hillbilly here. Hardcore Hillbilly just kind of staring off into space here, trying to figure out what's really important in life to him. Okay, and it looks like it's going to be slapping Solid Slug in the face, so here we go. Big windup.
1, 2, 3.
Oh. All right, let's try that again.
Okay, it looks like the wheels are falling off here. Hardcore Hillbilly's starting to lose his train of thought.
2, 3.
Okay, but he's still slapping. Solid Slug tells Frank the Tank to hold my beer. Here we go, round 13. Solid Slug with the windup.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, great shot by Solid Slug. Well, this is an interesting fight. I have no idea what's going to happen in this fight.
whether or not that hand's going to hold out for Hardcore Hillbilly, whether or not that shoulder's going to hold out for Solid Slug. This is a fascinating fight, and right now I would almost say that Solid Slug has pulled back into the lead, and he looks like he may well pull this off. Hardcore Hillbilly taking every second of his break. And here we go. The top of round 14. Hardcore Hillbilly with the windup.
2, 3.
And another big slap. Solid Slug really nursing that shoulder. He's going to return fire here in round 14.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, and another issue with the shoulder here. That looks like that's really giving him a lot of trouble. Hardcore Hillbilly just kind of hanging out here. Doesn't seem to be in any danger. Doesn't seem to be having much pain. This may be his strategy. He may just be here to take pain. Sooner or later, that may pay off for him. We'll see. Nobody thought this fight would go 15 rounds. Quite impressed with Hardcore Hillbilly. Okay, he's back in it. Round 15.
2, 3.
Oh, and it looks like that hand is giving out here. This fight might be over, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner, Solid Slug, and still the American Super Heavyweight Champion.
Gentlemen.
Fantastic fight.
In a 15-round TKO, and still your Slap Fight Championship American Super Heavyweight Champion, Solid Slug!
All right, folks, let's take a look at some of the action from the beginning of the match. Now, the Hardcore Hillbilly started out strong with some big power shots, and Solid Slug returned a lot of those shots. But early in the match, Solid Slug threw out that right shoulder, which really put a damper on him throwing any power shots. The Hardcore Hillbilly, with his tremendous tolerance for pain, took everything that Solid Slug threw his way tonight. But Solid Slug would not take no for an answer. He kept coming, and he kept coming until he found a way to win. The Hardcore Hillbilly took a few slaps with a broken hand, but in the end, he had to throw in the towel for his own good. Solid Slug retains the Super Heavyweight Championship, and the Hardcore Hillbilly proved to everyone that he absolutely deserves to compete with the best. Congratulations, Solid Slug, the American Super Heavyweight Champion.
Your Slap Fight American Super Heavyweight Champion, Solid Slug. Slug, a 15-round TKO. Now, you gave up a couple free shots that you had to take extra because of some penalties, but Hardcore Hillbilly, have we seen the last of him?
Hey, I don't think so. He put up a good fight, and I want to see him back in here.
That's right, man. He took one heck of a slap. I know you favored your right shoulder quite a bit. What was going on with the shoulder in the fight?
I don't know, for whatever reason, they just started popping, so I had to do what I could, you know.
Well, you made it do what it do. Right here, he's your Super Heavyweight Slap Fight Champion, Solid Slug. Hardcore, Hillbilly, you went 15 rounds with Solid Slug in a super heavyweight showdown. And I know we got a problem with the right wrist. Do you think it's broke?
I don't know if it's broke. I know I've never felt this pain before. Hurt pretty daggum bad, I'll tell you what. But I'll give it to Slug, though, man. Super tough dude. You know, it might not came out the way I wanted to, but I've lasted longer than anybody. You know, my first ever pro slap fight, I went against super heavyweight, you know, champion. I showed out I'm here to play. So this definitely won't be the last time you see me.
Well, you're from Wrong Turn, West Virginia. I don't think you took a wrong turn ending up here in the Slap Fight Championship. I think we got more to see from the Hardcore Hillbilly.
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. That's Baby Ray. This man is a 16-year professional fight veteran. He's a professional Muay Thai fighter, professional MMA fighter. He's fought Jason Chambers. He's fought Stephan Bonner. Don't kid yourself. This guy is a threat to Frank the Tank.
Ladies and gentlemen, your following contest is scheduled for 10 rounds and is a heavyweight contest. Introducing first from Fulton, Missouri, weighing in at 251 pounds, Frank the Tank! And his opponent, weighing in at 216 pounds, from Rogersville, Tennessee, Baby Ray!
All right, folks, let's take a look at the rules of slap fight. First off, no clubbing. All competitors must land their strikes with an open hand. The heel of the hand may make contact but cannot extend past the chin. Next, no stepping. Feet must be planted shoulder width apart, and there can be no pivoting or stepping when striking. And finally, no flinching. Small reactions are allowed, but any movement that affects the power of the strike is a foul. Here we go with Baby Ray versus Frank the Tank. And while you were away, Frank did win the coin toss, so he will slap first. And I'm excited for this fight. Here, Frank's going to check his placement here. And here's the windup. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got a knockdown here in round one. Baby Ray takes a seat. Oh, that was a solid slap by Frank the Tank. Wow. Okay, now Baby Ray does have 60 seconds to clear his mind to get back to the barrel, and I don't foresee that being an issue for him. Baby Ray's been in a lot of fights. I doubt this is the first time he's been knocked down, so I would expect he will return to the barrel here. In fact, it looks like he's already clear-headed. Baby Ray is a left-handed fighter, so we're going to see what his windup looks like now. Ooh, nice! Oh, Baby Ray throwing bombs. Frank's going to eat that first one and push the pace here. Here's Frank with his windup.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, oh, oh! Oh, no! Oh, Frank with another knockdown. That didn't look good. Baby Ray didn't have his hands behind his back there for that slap. That's the policy here at Slap Fight, and it looked like at the last second he may have been leaning forward on the barrel, which sort of threw his momentum off. And oh, okay, it looks like Baby Ray has a cut on his left cheek, and official Q Davidson is going to call the action now. This is going to be a TKO win for Frank the Tank. That was 2 knockdowns by Frank, and unfortunately this fight's going to end due to cut. And that's really unfortunate for Baby Ray. unfortunate ending to a fight that was on the verge of becoming incredible. Frank the Tank with the knockdown in round 1. Baby Ray returned with a bomb. And then in round 2, Frank finished the job with another spectacular slap. And just a simple mistake by Baby Ray of hand placement on the barrel put him in a position to smack his forehead on the barrel lip. Again, let's take a look. His arms in front of him, leaning on the barrel. Frank knocks him backwards, and he corrects his center of gravity, running his forehead right into the lip of the barrel. One more time. Big shot by Frank, and here we go. Big shot by the barrel. Unfortunately, Baby Ray's going to lose this fight by TKO due to cut. But we know he'll return to Slap Fight Championship again. He is a fantastic fighter, and unfortunately, this was just a bad beat.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by TKO, Frank the Tank!
All right, fans, let's take a look at the Trilla VFX replay.
Frank the Tank, big win tonight. Not just one, but 2 big wins tonight on Titans Clash for Slap Fight Championship. But I'm noticing you're short a little bit of hardware because the people call you the People's Champ. Where's the title at?
I haven't carried it around because I'm not defending it right now.
But do you have it?
It's back in the dressing room.
Back in the dressing room. Well, back in the dressing room. Let's see if we can't get Tech out here.
I'll ride for you, I die for you, I cry for you, so take me to the flame, take me to the flame. I'll ride for you, I die for you, I cry for you, so take me to the flame, take me to the flame, take me to the flame. What do I do? What do I say? Do I come close? Should I stay away? Do you love me? Girl, I love you. You can burn me all through. When you cry a little piece of me down. When you cry, I just wanna
There it is, the People's Championship, right on the shoulder where it belongs of Frank the Tank. Stay tuned for more Slap Fight Championship.
Known to many as the greatest American slap fighter of all time, number 2 ranked Wolverine has destroyed everything in his path on his way to claiming the undisputed American Light Heavyweight Championship. His only loss coming during the heavyweight tournament at Slap Fight 3, where he faced champion Darius the Destroyer in the most controversial split decision in the history of the sport. The Mountain Home, Arkansas native is making the trip to heavyweight to reclaim the victory he feels was due him. Undisputed heavyweight titan Darius the Destroyer has been American heavyweight champion since winning our very first tournament at the age of 19. With a record of 14 wins and no losses, 4 tournament wins, and a number 4 pound-for-pound ranking by the World Slap Fighting Alliance, Darius looks to solidify his legacy with another victory over Wolverine. You're looking backstage at Wolverine warming up for tonight's main event. He has waited a long time for this rematch. The last time these two faced each other at the barrel was Wolverine's first ever slap competition, and a lot has changed since that night. Wolverine has dominated the light heavyweight division with huge wins over Rocky Moore and Archaic Death, incredible wars with Young James and Coach Killa, but his toughest battle may be ahead of him tonight. Just across the hall is his nemesis, heavyweight champion Darius the Destroyer, warming up with his longtime cornerman and trainer, Raven James. They have had an incredible career so far, 14 straight wins and no losses. Darius had 2 huge knockouts in the past year against Rocky Moore and Southpaw Outlaw. He's clocked big wins over Frank the Tank, Hellfire, Big Mike, and Wolverine. But tonight, Darius wants to prove beyond a doubt that he is the undisputed heavyweight king of slap fight. Last night at the weigh-ins, Wolverine tipped the scales at 233 pounds, which is just 8 pounds over the minimum requirement. Darius weighed in at 263, which is 2 pounds under the maximum. And these two are ready to put on a show for the fans. And speaking of fans, this is Charlie. Some of you know him as Moist Critical. He's a social media influencer, a YouTube pioneer, a speedrunner, Twitch streamer, and the biggest slap fan on the internet. He'll be joining us momentarily with his special brand of slap commentary.
For a while, I believed the Russian slapping tournaments were far more powerful than the American slapping series. Just some absolute monsters. In a single slap, they're packing more power than a space shuttle taking off. And just like something out of Avatar: The Last Airbender, these 4 slapping nations, these slap benders, I thought were the strongest in the universe. But over time, I think I've started to change my mind. The American slapping side of things, the SlapFIGHT Championship Series, has been cooking up some absolute fucking fierce deities of open palm slapping. Wolverine went through a man called Archaic Death, and when I say went through, I mean he fucking vaporized this guy with a slap.
2, 3.
Oh!
And we have a knockout, ladies and gentlemen. A brutal knockout.
A brutal knockout is an understatement. That looks like something you'd only see on Live Leak. Probably the most hard slap I've ever seen delivered. Wolverine was blessed with a beard to rival ZZ Top and hands that could destroy heaven itself if he ever felt like it. Wolverine is an actual force of nature if nature was fueled by Budweiser and pickup trucks.
Charlie had a new favorite fighter. And then he discovered Darius.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Darius, you killed him. Oh my God, I witnessed a murder. To everyone who just subbed, sorry, I just got banned for this. Holy fuck. Wow, that guy is packing some fucking meat. That came out of nowhere. I think it was like 3 or 4 slaps from Wolverine and just gave up, threw in the towel. He took 1 slap from Darius and he saw God. Holy shit. That is perhaps the most brutal knockout I've ever seen in my life.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening. Wolverine versus Darius the Destroyer. The most anticipated fight in the history of our sport. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the Space Cowboy, Jason Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for unlimited rounds. It's your main event for the evening, and it's for the SlapFIGHT Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, he is the current and reigning light heavyweight champion, weighing in at 233 pounds, from Mountain Home, Arkansas, the Wolverine!
Look, I'm a proven menace to the enemy. I be walking fast, 100 legs like a centipede. They're saying that my flow is the remedy. When they wanna vibe, getting live, sipping Hennessy. They really show love to the kid. Pockets so fat, barely stand up worth the shit. got their hands up, this is it. Everything I waited for, brand tough, Mr. Pier. I'm in the game, got a taste of fame. I think I created a monster, now I can't contain. These haters lame, I would not refrain. Riches that they claim ain't the same when you subtract the pain. I'm lyrical, with the pen I'm performing miracles. The force is empirical, flowing out and in your spirituals. The crime's heinous, waiting on divine sanction. They will not tame us and their temperament is not patient. What a seesaw, reppin' E-Maw. Jumping, hit a 30-footer, breaking ankle, C-paw. Turn my flow back on, call it backdraft. If you act wrong, you Phillies rock, even though they roll them up with mid-grade kicking rock. I'm in the zone very well beyond, dipping in the levels of distance, yeah, my money long.
Undisputed SlapFIGHT Heavyweight Champion, weighing in at 263 pounds, from Kirbyville, Missouri, Darius the Destroyer!
That's just what we doing with the crew. Every day and night we on the move. Ain't no sure they tripping, cut a loose. Cause the only thing about is making moves. That's just what we doing with the crew. Every day and night we on the move, yeah. Ain't no sure they tripping, cut a loose. Cause the only thing about is making moves.
You know I'm making moves, I'm going all in, I got nothing else to prove. And I don't need friends when I got my own crew. I'm a villain to the game, let me show you what I do. Work until you get it, I mean work. Working all up in it, let the money be the mission. The riches, we trying to get it, we get it like we be winning. We working a life sense, no forgiveness, yeah, I'm wishing the competition diminish. I'm the realest with no feelings, you cleaning all of my dishes. Dirty but flirty, I'm under 30, emerging. I in the storm with the flurry, so give my deal to attorney, I'm making moves.
SlapFIGHT fans, this is your main event. It is for the SlapFIGHT Heavyweight Championship. Once again, weighing in at 233 pounds, from Mountain Home, Arkansas, the Wolverine! And the SlapFIGHT Heavyweight Champion, weighing in at 263 pounds, from Kirbyville, Missouri, Darius the Destroyer! Your official for this contest, Q Davidson!
All right, fight fans, it's time for our main event. The most requested, most highly anticipated matchup in SlapFIGHT history. Let's bring in our good friend Charlie for the coin toss. Charlie, are you there?
Oh, I'm here, and I'm excited to be welcomed into this Thunderdome of testosterone.
Perfect. Let's get you situated, and we'll take a look at the rules. All right, folks, let's take a look at the rules of SlapFIGHT. First off, no clubbing. All competitors must land their strikes with an open hand. The heel of the hand may make contact but cannot extend past the chin. Next, no stepping. Feet must be planted shoulder width apart, and there can be no pivoting or stepping when striking. And finally, no flinching. Small reactions are allowed, but any movement that affects the power of the strike is a foul.
And I'm excited to see how it goes. So Wolverine's first, staring into the soul of Darius right now. Using a new technique. One thing that I'd like to point out, I've never seen Darius get dazed at all. When he gets slapped, it's like slapping a wall. The guy just barely moves, even with Wolverine's power. So we have seen Darius with the one slap KOs before. I don't think we'll see it against Wolverine. But here we go.
2, 3, 4.
Jesus, nearly slapped his skull right off his shoulders there. Wolverine's hair was all nicely done, not anymore. It has slapped all of the style out of his hair now. Perhaps that'll motivate Wolverine for an even more powerful slap here.
1, 2, 3, oh!
Darius just doesn't move. Like, I imagine that slap from Wolverine could stun a bear, but Darius has evolved well beyond the capabilities of the human flesh. It's like he doesn't feel any pain at all. Like, he just doesn't even react to such incredible power.
1, 2, 3!
Okay. Wolverine eating that one like a champion here. This is showing you why these two are at the top of the food chain in the slapping arena. Oh, that was a big flinch. You hate to see that. You really don't like to see that from Darius. I think he was getting a bit scared when he saw that speed and violence coming from that slap. That did, however, prove that Darius is human. It looks like he does have the ability to feel fear, and that's big. Wolverine may not have drawn blood on that, but that does prove that Darius has the ability to feel fear, and that's a big discovery right there.
2, 3!
Oh. Darius with another absolutely blasting blow there. Clobbering Wolverine. Wolverine's hair is getting all cattywampus.
2, 3!
Uh-oh. Darius is wincing. We've never seen this from Darius before. Wolverine is summoning the power of the gods on his side right now. Darius not happy with what he's experiencing here. Pain for the first time in his life. He doesn't like it. Doesn't like it at all. Trying to shake it off. Get back to Earth. He's going to probably look to put Wolverine in a coffin on this one here so he doesn't have to worry about getting slapped again. Let's see if we'll be able to slap the soul out of him.
1, 2, 3!
Ooh, a little low. But that's going to get the job done. Definitely feeling that one. The beard is doing a great job of disguising where exactly his weak points are. And I think that's very important.
1, 2, 3!
He really supercharged that one down there. Wolverine has got a new technique. I don't know who he's been training with or what dojos he's been attending, but this new forbidden jutsu martial art that he's using seems very effective. I like how he's using both hands, making sure he's warming up his slap down at the bottom, getting a huge rotation, and then delivers a slap at like Mach 5. Darius again trying to get ready, get himself hyped up for the next round here. Looks like he's asking for some water. Probably a good idea to stay hydrated right now. Wolverine does have Frank the Tank in his corner, and Frank has been on an absolute tear recently, just fucking rampaging. So that is a superstar lineup over there. Darius back at the barrel. He's in position, getting his feet planted. While going back to the fundamentals.
1, 2, 3!
Oh boy. There is not a single molecule on Wolverine's face that wasn't blasted right there. Beautiful technique from Darius. Covered the entire surface area of the left side of Wolverine's face. You can see the bruising start to come in. Oh, but it does not affect Wolverine's targeting. Right on the money. Boy, oh boy. Good lord. Darius taking it like a champ though, as you'd expect. Darius goes over to his corner with a little smile on his face. Wolverine still waiting at the barrel, stretching out his jaw a little bit. I imagine that's got to feel like shit right about now. Darius's slaps have been compared to car accidents. He's using every second at his disposal, just really taking his time here, getting ready. He's looking really casual about it. It doesn't look like Darius has even been slapped yet. It's like every slap that he takes, his body immediately forgets after the round. No signs of swelling, no signs of redness. The same cannot be said for Wolverine.
1, 2, 3!
Ooh. Another beautiful strike from Darius. But Wolverine just speedrunning here, getting right back into it. Doesn't need any break at all.
2, 3!
Oh, man. Darius did not like that one. But he's still fine. Goodness gracious. What in tarnation. Are these men even human? Or something more? I feel like Darius just takes this moment just to talk to his friend a little bit and plan the rest of his day. He's just got the swagger of a champion. He's like, okay, after I knock this guy out, what are we gonna do? I go to 5 guys or something? Alright, cool. Fuck it. Alright, I'll put it to bed right now. I imagine both these athletes have tremendous amounts of respect for one another. But I believe Darius is gonna try and slap that respect right out of Wolverine's mouth. He's back at the barrel, in position.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, absolutely clobbered him with that one. That cheek is beginning to swell a lot. You don't like to see that if you're a Wolverine fan. But Wolverine ready to get right back into it. Oh my god. That was a furious slap. I bet that hurt Wolverine. There was a lot of anger. 15 years of built-up frustration. All delivered on a single slap, and it still wasn't enough. Darius just taking it. Eating them like cereal. Once again, just kind of hanging out in his corner. Wolverine is really dialed in here, focused. Looks like he's about to enter the avatar state.
Seconds out.
Darius looks like he's about ready to get back into it. Casually approaches the barrel, big smile on his face.
One, 2, 3.
Oh my lord! Wolverine's head snaps back a little bit, but no whiplash. He's still just fine. Maybe a slight concussion, but that's no big deal. Slapping the cotton right out of Darius's ear, throwing it into the spectator stands, a little souvenir for someone in the front row. And he is still just fine, it seems. We might be going all night. This might be a 50-round match. It may never end, honestly. These are two warriors that are just built different. Neither one of them wanting to give up. Neither one of their bodies even knows how to give up. Darius again, just using all the time at his disposal, just kind of hanging out, taking it all in, enjoying the big stage. Even for a moment there, the referee looked like he was saying a prayer, hoping that he won't see a decapitation. For Darius, the decapitation can happen at any moment.
1, 2, 3.
He responds by knocking the cotton out of Wolverine's ear. God, it's like he's statically charging Wolverine's face. His hair's starting to really stand up over there. But it's still not enough to get him down. No KOs yet, no throwing in the towel. Wolverine barely taking any breaks at all. There are just no breaks on this train of pain. I don't even know what you do against that. You probably couldn't take a gun and shoot Darius. It wouldn't be enough. It's just, I don't know what his face is made out of. It's like a vault door. It's like 50 pounds of steel there on his cheeks. My God. Wolverine has got to be baffled. Much like I imagine most of the audience is. They paid for the whole seat, but they only need the edge. It's anyone's guess as to who's going to finally win this one. We're 10 rounds deep right now. And there are no signs of weakness in either one of these boys. Darius staying loose back at the barrel.
1, 2, 3.
We have another penalty here. Not a very pleasant feeling for Wolverine, but at least there is a penalty to kind of help cushion that blow a little bit. That is the second penalty on Darius. The clubbing is, yeah, right in the eyeball. But Wolverine doesn't need that eyeball anyway. It'll probably regrow itself during the match. This is a rare moment of seeing Wolverine in distress. I'm surprised the eyeball didn't just fly out of its socket, to be honest. A lesser man probably would have had his eyeball pop right out, but not Wolverine.
1, 2, 3!
Oh, another tremendous slap from Wolverine. You can see it really starting to take a toll on Wolverine himself. I imagine his arm is starting to hurt. It's not easy to throw slaps like that. It is a painful, painful experience. Oh man, you can see the difference in Wolverine's face from the left side to the right side, looking like Harvey Dent out here. And that eyeball is not feeling good, I imagine. Wolverine going over to Frank, maybe getting a Sensu bean to fully recover here. Meanwhile, Darius has just been kind of hanging out. Maybe scrolling through Tinder on his phone, and he's like, okay, 10 seconds, I'm coming back. Approaching the barrel. This is 2 slaps for Wolverine. That's due to the penalties. Oh my god, the sound of that slap. Even the referee looks like he's about to start crying. You can read his lips. He said, oh my god, and he's right. How do you even take that slap without falling over and dying? I don't get it. I don't understand. Jesus Christ. Darius just... he's not human. These slaps from Wolverine would be enough to defeat pretty much every other opponent I can imagine. Even like fictional ones. If he was throwing slaps against this, like throwing these against Thanos, that would probably be enough to kill him. But Darius is just on a completely different level.
Seconds out.
And it really doesn't even look like his face has been hit yet. It looks like the match hasn't even started for Darius. How is that possible? He has max defense stats and offense. Wolverine looks like he's gonna fall over any minute now. And he doesn't even take breaks. Alright, Darius did not like he did not like that one. Another rare moment where Darius seems to be in pain, but he's still handling it extremely well. We could be breaking the slap fight world record. Previously, it was 20 rounds. The world record was a 20-round absolute fiesta. And we're already 13 rounds deep here, and it doesn't look like it's even close to being over yet. We are still only in Act 1 of this play. Darius shaking his head. He's good. He's ready. Back at the barrel. In position. He's got that giant meaty fist out, ready to rumble.
1, 2, 3! Wow!
Oh boy. Darius is shaving Wolverine's beard with these slaps. He's destroying the hair follicles on his face.
2, 3!
When Wolverine slaps, it just sounds so good. It just sounds incredible. Like you could hear that slap for miles, I imagine. Just echoing across the town. Round 14 here. Both of these gentlemen. Yeah, it could go literally all night. Frank the Tank looks like he's starting to get a little tired. I honestly don't think we're going to see a knockout here. I think this is going to be a stoppage from a medical professional coming in and saying this is going too far. The human body wasn't meant for this. I just can't imagine either one of them being knocked out at this point.
1, 2, 3!
Another penalty on Darius. That is another clubbing penalty.
Hold on. We got another clubbing violation right here by Darius. Okay, Ron, you'll have to.
Put it on the board. That is Wolverine getting another double whammy super slam. But I don't even know if that's going to be enough because Darius, he just doesn't feel anything.
40 seconds.
Wolverine is not looking good right now. I will say, he absolutely looks like he is feeling every one of those slaps right now. Whereas Darius looks totally fine.
2, 3.
Oh, a little high. Slapping the gel right out of Darius's hair there. So that would be a violation on Wolverine now, obviously.
40 seconds.
Now, you can start to see a little bruising on Darius's face, so we are starting to see a bit of damage being done here. Just proof that Darius was even, like, getting hit, honestly. Because if you didn't see that side of his face right now, based on his demeanor and his attitude, you'd think that he hadn't even been slapped yet. But we have some bruises to prove it. Back to back here. Another very spicy slap. Takes it easily. It does look like he's starting to bleed a little bit, too. So, further proof that Darius is at least close to human. Wolverine rocking those huge cowboy boots. I believe he also bought a pair of jeans and then cut them so they were shorter. So, a pretty impressive fashion statement from Wolverine, but will it be enough? Darius figures might as well just take all the time. No reason not to. Just really make sure he's in the zone. It doesn't look like he needs it. It just seems like he just wants to kind of hang out a little bit. Just having some fun with his friends. Why not cherish it?
1, 2, 3.
Oh my god. Somehow Wolverine is still standing. And he's right back into it. Oh my god. Wow is right. The audience can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't see how anyone's gonna get knocked out here. There's gonna have to be like divine intervention that stops this match. This is an apocalyptic fucking slap fight match here. All right, Darius is ready to get back into it. Approaching the barrel. This is big round 17. 1, 2, 3. Oh. I feel like at any moment one of those slaps from Darius is going to send Wolverine off his feet.
2, 3.
Another flinching violation on Darius. This is big. This is very big. I feel like Darius might just have a fetish for being slapped at this point. He's been slapped multiple times back to back. This is his third time.
That's Darius' second flinching violation. We'll have another 2 slaps over here for Wolverine.
Yep, that's another big double whammy super slammy going back to back. But I don't think it bothers Darius that much. I really don't. I think Darius is more upset at the fact that he flinched than anything. Not necessarily that he's going to get slapped twice here, but just a little disappointed in himself. The slaps, they don't even seem to matter to Darius at this point. Getting slapped, hey, that's just a normal day in the office now.
2, 3.
Little high, little high.
Bring it down.
Darius has got the fucking killer instinct going on right now, looking like a psychopath up there.
2, 3.
And he takes them both with ease, as you would expect from Darius.
Good job. Yeah.
Round 20, taking no breaks. Darius not going to his corner. I think he wants to end it right here. Oh, we're going back. Oh my God, we're just getting right back into it. Good Lord. No break again. Darius going in round 21. It's a new record. 1, 2, 3. I feel like I'm getting hurt more watching the slaps than Darius does receiving them. Wolverine, though, is not in good shape. Darius just fine, stretching out his jaw a little bit. That was a rapid-fire round. I think that was 3 rounds back to back to back with no breaks at all in between. I think Darius, maybe he has plans tonight. He's got a date he wants to get to, and it's running a bit long for his liking. In position again. Not a very long break. Oh! That was kind of a rising slap there. The skin is beginning to peel off of Wolverine's face. Wolverine, of course, not taking much of a break here either.
1, 2, 3.
Oh! Jesus Christ! Holy shit! I cannot believe what we're looking at. Is this round 25? Or round 250? My God. I don't even know how the barrel's still standing. I feel like the intensity and the shock waves from these slaps would be enough to collapse a normal keg. Oh my Lord. Darius is taking a bit of a break here, get some water, get rehydrated. Maybe charge up a real wallop here to finish it off.
Doing good. Still going strong.
Darius still with a smile on his face. He's having fun. I don't even know if Wolverine's face is even capable of smiling anymore after all of this abuse right now.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God. Wolverine is up there looking like a zombie. Oh my God. Luckily his eye is still intact. But that's swelling. Oh no.
40 seconds.
I feel like Wolverine's soul was spitting out blood, yep. Yeah, I feel like Wolverine's soul was slapped out a few rounds ago and now it's just the vessel left. It's just the husk. Powered by pure fighting spirit. The inability to give up. This is something you'd see in an anime right now. Maybe even slapped one of his teeth out in there, I'm not sure, but it is brutal right now. But you have to commend him.
20 seconds.
Now we do have medical professionals on scene just in case things get even crazier.
Seconds out.
I believe that's the same rag Wolverine just spit blood into. So maybe getting a little blood on his hands there. Maybe that'll increase with the damage output.
2, 3.
Not enough. Not enough. It did not feel good from the looks of things, but wasn't enough to put Darius down. Oh my God. Wolverine, he's looking to the Lord right now for some strength. Perhaps forgetting where he is. I believe the concussion is really starting to set in. I've got to be honest, I feel this could be the last round here. I don't know how much more Wolverine can take. Darius is still looking in peak condition, but Wolverine is looking in immense pain.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, the cotton ball flies at the referee again. Another huge slap. But he is still standing. Looks like he's fading in and out of consciousness, to be honest. Oh my god, 25 rounds. Jesus Christ. Is that his tooth? What was that?
40 seconds.
Wolverine back at the barrel, looking better than ever, honestly. You wouldn't even know we've gone 25 rounds. Darius honestly looks like he feels kind of bad. I imagine there's some blurriness in his vision right now. But still delivers an on-target shot, a very powerful one again. Every single slap has been perfect. So much power, but they take it so well.
Here we go.
Wolverine stretching out the neck a little bit. Let's see if it helps him take this blow.
1, 2, 3.
Perhaps the stretching saved his life, because that was another absolutely disgusting slap. Oh my god. I can only imagine what his coach Frank is saying to him right now. Probably just checking to make sure Wolverine is still in there. Getting hydrated, of course. Very important, very important.
30 seconds.
Wolverine taking a very intense look at the audience here. Almost like that scene out of Gladiator with the "Are you not entertained" moment. I think that was Gladiator. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Wolverine back at the barrel. I don't know how he's even still standing. Perhaps he can deliver a miraculous slap that knocks Darius out here. But I don't know.
1, 2, 3.
A very good slap, but still not good enough. Which means Wolverine will be getting slapped again. But at this point, it's just kind of like slapping a corpse. Wolverine he cannot give up. My face is starting to hurt. My cheeks are hurting from just smiling for so long now. This has been an incredible match. We've been going for over 30 minutes of straight slapping here. He's got the cowboy boots on, looking better than ever for like his Vogue shoot. And now Darius back at the barrel. Perhaps a broken nose, broken eyeball socket, broken dreams. I mean, everything on Wolverine is in rough shape right now. I'm not sure what's happening at the moment, to be honest. Maybe, is he doing a stage dive? Darius confirming with the ref to make sure Wolverine is indeed still alive, if there's still a
Charlie,
pulse.
it looks like the doctor has asked Wolverine to leave the competition area. And it looks like they're going to take a look at his left eye. The left eye of Wolverine is swollen, and I'm not sure that he's able to see out of that eye. So the doctor's going to take a quick look at it and see if it's okay to continue.
That does make sense. Yeah, that left eye has been looking
Quite a
in
bit
rough
of swelling
shape.
around the eye of Wolverine. He's telling the doctor that he can see. I'm not so sure the doctor believes that. I'm not sure that Wolverine can see out of that eye. And they may need to stop this fight.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think that would be the right course of action if he can't see out of one of his eyes now.
Wolverine is telling him that he can see. He wants to continue. And it looks like they might allow him to come back in here and continue, at least for the time being. We should know here in just a few seconds.
Well, I think they should really thoroughly test it. Wouldn't want to lose eyesight.
Okay, Wolverine is asking him not to stop the fight. He says he wants to continue. He says it's his choice and that he can see.
I gotta be honest, I don't know if I believe he can see out of that eye right now. But I'm not his dad. I'm not there. I can't confirm.
And I guess it's going to just come down to whether or not the doctor believes him and feels safe letting him continue. And it actually looks like they might be letting him come back to the competition area. And yes, it looks like Wolverine's going to be allowed to continue. Don't know for how long, but here he comes now, and it looks like we've got a fight, folks. Here we go. Right back to the action. Here comes Wolverine. Round 26.
Blood dripping off of his mouthpiece and everything. Wolverine back in the crucible. Perhaps maybe they gave him a cortisone shot in his cheek or something to help. I don't know, but he's looking a little re-energized.
1, 2, 3.
Fresh out of the doctor visit and then looking like he might need to go right back.
50 seconds.
I just don't know how this one's going to end. I don't think it's going to be via knockout. I don't think it's possible. We've been going for almost 40 minutes of straight slapping. Darius just kind of hanging out, picking his nose, got a few boogers up there. Maybe that'll help with his slap, getting some of that boogie juice on it. Wolverine back in his element. He's on the attack here. This is when he does his best work.
1, 2, 3.
A very big slap, but still. Oh. Wolverine shaking his head. He can't believe it either. That's it. He finally calls it. He realized that he was dealing with an immortal being. Darius the Destroyer, the champion. I mean, he earned it. Those slaps were beyond ridiculous. And Darius's defense is unlike anything I've ever seen. You could crash a bus into Darius's face and he wouldn't feel it. The bus would explode. Oh my God. What a match. 26 rounds of just non-stop, high-octane action. Holy shit. Well, JT, thank you for having me here and letting me be a part of this piece of history because this was absolutely nuts. So thank you so much. And congratulations to Darius and huge respect to Wolverine. He's absolutely the second best in the world and it was a wonderful match between the two of them.
14-0, 20-plus rounds, and doctor stoppage. By doctor stoppage, if it wouldn't have been for that, you guys still may be going right now, man. I don't see an end in the sight because I don't see the Wolverine giving up or you giving up for any time soon, man. Listen, 14-0, still your heavyweight champion. Darius, talk to the people, man.
Look, man, Wolverine, he's one of the hardest tests I've had to face, but, like, he hasn't put the work in like I have. He hasn't trained like I have. Like, he is the toughest mother effer I've ever faced. Frank the Tank, definitely number 2, but Frank, oh, man, he's let's get
a look at that. Show that. The damage right there, man. He got you on a
Definitely.
few good ones. And he has a new unique style that he did debut on you today. So I know that you've studied footage of Ron. How was it getting used to that, seeing it for the first time today?
Man, when he doubled up his fist, I thought he was just going to clock me. I didn't know where it was coming from. I was scared at first, and then I got hit a couple times. I'm like, okay, there goes the butterflies. He knocked him right out of me. So I just let him go.
Well, listen, every heavyweight champion's got to have that heavyweight strap. So, Tekka, come on down!
When we come through, when we come through, when we come through, when we come through, yeah, when we come through, say when we come through. Fans going crazy when we come through. Promoters gonna pay me when we come through. We shut it down daily when we come through, yeah, when we come through, say when we come through. They always acting shady when we come through. The hate don't ever faze me when we come through. The crew is getting wavy when we come through, yeah, when we come through, say when we come through.
You're one of the roses that grew from the cracks of the concrete in the valley of the hollows. Never sleep is where you find me. I'm one of the dopest in my local city. I find it amusing when these fuckers think that hate, but they ain't fucking with me. I will sit my life to show you death. First I hold my breath, then I burn my flesh. Shit you ash, till there's nothing left. Then I manifest.
There it is. She was only keeping it warm for you, champ. Listen, still the heavyweight champion, Darius the Destroyer! Slap Fight fans, this is Space Cowboy Jason Jones, and I'm standing with the one and only, the Wolverine, Dr. Stoppage. Let's show the fans at home right there. Now, I know that you're not happy about this call, but we got to go with doctor's orders on this.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he did good, hell. He beat the hell out of me. I mean, I can't say nothing else about it. I mean, then the doctor stopped it from my eyes, so.
I know you're kind of upset about it from what we talked about, but it is what it is. Listen, I have to ask you about this because Darius had studied tape of you and your technique, and you came in with something different today, and you came in with that new double hand stutter. Man, what do you call that thing? Do you have a name for it yet?
No, I didn't have a name for it. I just wanted to keep everybody on their toes and give them a couple seconds before the swing came around. So.
Well, listen, in the longest slap fight contest in history, you have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. You understand?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have not saw the last of the Wolverine. Championship Titans Clash, one for the history books, 7 big fights, 5 of the pound for pound toughest in the world. It all took place right here. I've been your host, the Space Cowboy Jason Jones. Stay tuned in for more Slap Fight Championship.
Well, fans, our 13th event is in the books, and what an incredible night of American slap fighting we have just witnessed. Starting off with our superfan Ricky completely dispatching Big Gulp with 2 huge slaps to start the show. Next, we watched as the Guardian won a 10-round decision over New York-based Berserked. The Shimuto fighter fought hard, but in the end, he was no match for the physicality of the Guardian. Frank the Tank demonstrated that it's not always athleticism and muscularity that wins slap fights. Sometimes it's just good old-fashioned hard work. Young James and Coach Killa put on a show for the fans. Coach Killa showed definite improvement in his adherence to the rules, but it was Young James that walked away with the victory tonight and quite possibly the upset of his career. Solid Slug fought through some great adversity against a resilient hardcore Hillbilly. Slug threw his shoulder out in round 3, but stayed in the fight for 12 more rounds before disabling the hand of the Hillbilly with his face. Incredible performance by the hardcore Hillbilly and the face of Solid Slug. Frank the Tank returned to the barrel later in the evening to fill in for Italian Massacre, who for extenuating reasons was unable to compete tonight. Frank completely destroyed Baby Ray before a cut ended the match at the end of round 2. Baby Ray has been invited to return back to Slap Fight Championship, but for tonight, Frank the Tank walks away with the knockout of the night. It was our main event, however, that stole the show. Darius the Destroyer and Wolverine put on an absolute slap fight clinic tonight. 27 rounds, a new world record, and I, for one, am glad that I was here to see it. We'd like to give a special thanks to all of our sponsors for this evening, starting off with Impact Mouthguards. Thank you, Impact Mouthguards, for keeping the grills of our fighters safe. We'd also like to give some recognition to the official House of Gains. Slap Fight Championship uses exclusively House of Gains supplements. Also, special thanks to Breakneck Gear. And of course, Davy Jones Branded. Follow Davy Jones Branded on all social media for your beard care needs. We want to thank Sports Slap USA for regulating tonight's contest. We want to thank Tekka for stopping by to be the ring girl. And of course, special thanks to our commentary team, Jason Burgos of MixedMartialArts.com and Moist Critical, Charlie White. If you like what you saw this evening, tell a friend. Help us promote the growth of American slap fighting. If you did not enjoy what you saw this evening, tell your enemies. Send them to our social media, and we will torture them for you. My name is JT Tilley, and you've been watching Slap Fight. There is only one.